This is a much better attempt at getting rid of that white halo. However, my computer's running slow, but you can see that too much was cut off now. So I'm going to turn on this is the original layer. Keep an eye on this area here and watch how it's too short. It shortens up. See, you're taking too much off. And then over here, you can really see it on this part right here. Turn off the original. And you see this section here that's chopped off right in here. Keep an eye on when I turn on the original layer. Watch what happens. Right in here. See how it's added? I'll do it again. You go right here, turn off the original, and you'll see in this section, see this chop here? So when I zoom out, you can really see that the shape is now, the original shape does not cut in like that. See, watch when I click on the original. See how that's smooth, rounded? So we're trying to avoid. So this time was much, much better overall. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to rebuild those shapes because the folks that see these look this closely. And so it just looks fake here. And let's see, in other sections here, let's see. Yep, here too. It's not as bad, but this one they're going to see. So in this lesson, I'll show you how to add onto that edge. So we'll end up using the original layer to do this. And I'm only going to do this section to so that you can take it with you and use it around other images. This technique, it's nothing difficult. It's just knowing that this is what we're looking at. So this is the original image. What I'm going to do is since it is pretty blurred, what I'll do is I'll change this to 2 pixel, come back down, zoom in, and come in here, and I'll start way back, and I'll ease my way in. Then here the image gets distorted, so you have to use your imagination. The trick with this is that it is definitely a more creative than mechanical process than you might think. So see, I am coming in right where it starts to turn white because I'm using a 2 pixel. You don't need to get right up in there. Okay, and then come here. Then I go select inverse. I use the key commands, but select inverse. I would use Command Shift I. Click on inverse, and now I'm going to, oh no, sorry, undo. So I'm going back, inverse. I want to select what I originally selected. Delete. And now I come back in here and I'm going to delete. So in order to get this section right, I came in from this side and went way past it down to here. This is all about correcting this area. So now I want to keep only this section. Now this is where I select inverse. Select inverse. And I go delete on my keyboard. and D for deselect. Now, you see that? So now what I'll do is, so you see this little bit of blur here? I'd rather have this little blur than the white halo. It just looks more real, and we can blame the camera that took the photo. And let's see here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in here and delete my computer's running slow because my battery is dying. Now as we back away, see if I wanted to make this video really long, I would go in here and I would work a little harder to delete that haze. Oh boy, my computer's about to die. Alright, plugging the cord in. It should behave a little better now. Alright, so I'm going to zoom in on here. And perhaps if I first used the 1% pixel, the 1 pixel, that may have worked a little better. So now I'm going to come in here. So as you get better with this, you can use the 1 pixel and use your blur tool. I used the 2 pixel for this time, if you recall. That'll probably look better. Indeed. And to me, looking in this section here, keep an eye on this section. That's what we did. And see how that's, it does make a difference. And so that took us an extra, I don't know, 4 minutes, but it makes all the difference in the world. There you go. So now I'm going to save this. And there's a few other sections in this one, especially over here. Right in there. This could be rebuilt back using the original. Okay. This is a big one, actually. Alright. I just don't want this video to be too long. Yeah, let's go for it. File. I'm going to go in, I'm going to place this image. I'm going in to place the original image. Oh shoot, which one was it? 5.9. It's this one. No, it's not. No, it's not. 4.1. 4.1. Okay, I'm going to place this original image back in there. And then we're going to go. Oh boy. Ugh. Alright, well, I really would like to rebuild that section because they're going to see it. Zoom in. Okay, it's better. So we're going to focus on this section here. See, watch this edge. See how the edge goes? Boom. There's a dent there. We can't have that. So what I'm going to do is duplicate the layer as a backup so I don't do what I just did. And then I'm going to take this and we're going to rasterize layer. And then we're going to go back in and you're going to see a similar process. This time I'm going to use a 1 pixel. 1 pixel. We're going to zoom in. Just as I did with the other one, even though it's here, I'm going to start back here so that we don't have any inconsistencies in our line. And so that's too close. Zooming, there we go. Just want to average here. And I know definitely when you get to corners like this, it's tough to not get that bump that you had there. I've done it 1,000 times. Okay, now I'm going to start to back away from this edge. Okay, next I just use my erase tool. And I'll start over here. So you don't want to get too much. See, I just stopped. You got to know when to stop. Like I said, this is a creative process as well as a mechanical process. And that should really get us there. Delete. Then we'll turn that off. We'll bring the original back up to see the difference. See, it's pretty close. So turn that original off. I like what we have. And now I'll come in here and I will delete. I'll select what we want. And then I will go select, inverse, delete. There's a little bit of remnant here. Oops. Gotta be very careful not to. There you go. Now let's just say this wasn't quite right. And we did have a little bit of white. No, we do. You could take your blur tool. And the blur tool really helps get rid of some of your imperfections. I still see a little white here. It's starting to go away now. That's a little bit too much blur. So actually I'm going to go back to when we had it selected. Going all the way back, undoing, undoing, undoing. Because now what we can do with your eraser tool is just keep erasing. So you click, then you unclick, and then you click again, and that'll take more white away. And that should do it. We went back here. Alright. And so now we take our lasso tool. I'm just keeping what we want. Select, inverse, delete. Boom. Oh look, I messed up here. Ugh. I'm sorry. Let's see. And do it again. Bring this lasso down here. Darn it. I don't want to redo this video and I'm sorry. I do this so that we have odds of the original one below to match our new edit. probably good that you see the kind of mistakes that I make are probably close to what you're doing too. Select inverse, delete. Okay, so you see this bump down here? There's a bump. Bump. Looks like your original has this bump here too. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, so there's too much chopped off here too. It's okay, it's an easy fix. Come back in here. Duplicate this layer. Duplicate so we have a backup. Then I come back in here. So here you're battling a shadow too, so it's going to be a little bit. I missed. Now we come in here, around the corner, and so yeah, so there's a shadow in here. You really have to pay attention. Maybe your original isn't that off. Alright, I'm going to rasterize this layer. Go delete. And after I delete, to make sure that there's no white halo, I come back in here. And you can see that there's a little remnant. Okay, again. And so it looks like so if you hold down the shift key, click once, hold down the shift key, so you can delete a straight line. Come in here. Be very careful not to erase too much because we want that to be a straight line. And now we go back into the one we just, where is it? It's this one. Okay, so this one we want to keep this original. Select inverse, delete. You see we have some remnants here. Then I see a little bit of a remnant here. Now we connect all these. Actually, you know what I'll do? I will have you combine so that you can see the file. Copy. Okay. Okay. I apologize for this long video, but hopefully you can pick up some tip. I see a little bump here. I must have created that. I see a bump. See the bump? We don't want those bumps. This is my bump. Alright, so what I would do here is edit, transform, and I'm going to warp it maybe. That's to get that bump out of there. That's to get the bump out. Didn't do too much damage. Good. So I just used the warp to get that bump out. Then we go File, Save As, Cut Out, Save, Replace. Okay. And then we go Image Mode. Good. And then this is original. This one, yeah, I think you'll get that. Okay, good. File, save one more time. And then I go over to you and let you know to check the video. Alright, here in the video. Alright, sorry for the length of this video. Bye.